Yeah, it's just one of the, I guess, bad parts about the troll pop. He's also the students finish off one target and has to go to the other, especially the target is magic community. It's hard to deal with. But this game, Juggernaut's banned out. They pick up Ogre Magi. They pick up the Grimstroke here. Not a whole lot to combo up with it. They do have like double Battle Hunger, which gives Axe a lot of movement speed.
Yeah, then there's your
But
Ricky.
there's the Ricky.
Yep. It's good for Felt. I mean, we knew that initially just looking at the Void Spirit. Yeah, this is sick. And Ricky, with the Aghanim Scepter, you have the ability to Tricks of the Trade your allies. Axe is a great hero to Tricks of the Trade. Just going to point that one out. It is going to be the Troll Warlord, the pick there for Jiang Hu, which that one was expected to me. I think one of the only heroes left in the pool that does match up well against the Axe. It actually matches up very well. It's one of the better matchups for sure.
Now, hold on. I'm trying to figure this one out. Because Axe, they face the Axe, right? Tricks the Trade will always backstab, and it can hit at least 2 targets at once. That means if there's people on opposite ends or even they're beside each other, because it's backstabbing, it's always cleaving off of all of the heroes into each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. That's very neat.
It's very nice.
Yeah, very good. But yeah, Troll Warlord, absolutely disgusting hero. I hate it. I understand that it's strong right now. I understand he's got the Dispel with the Aghanim Scepter and the reduced cooldown and all of that. But I gotta say, I'm hashtag Team Felt here. I believe that's what the kids in the
I think they're saying hashtag Felt Up is what a lot of these people
they're
are saying.
Hashtag Team Felt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
10 seconds.
So that's Shadow Fiend.
Not true.
5 seconds.
I'm not just gonna hop on the broadcast and start telling lies here, Ricky. Come on.
I believe you 100%.
Mm-hmm. Shadow Fiend banned out. Was that something that you're worried about?
I mean, maybe. It doesn't seem like it's an incredible Shadow Fiend game right now. Looking at these heroes, like Nyx makes it very difficult to play Shadow Fiend. But one thing that is really funny, I don't know if you've seen the Arcane Blink Rush on Shadow Fiend, is quite funny because it makes your Requiem go from like a 2.2 second cast to like 1. And so you just blink Requiem, and you don't even have to have anything else. You just blink on top of someone if you have any form of setup, and immediately Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it does the same thing for Sand King Ultimate now as well because it's been changed to a cast point from a channel.
Yeah.
Let's see, cast delay 1.6 seconds, so it goes down to like 8 point something then, right?
Goes down to 0.8.
Yeah.
But there is a 0.7 second backswing on Requiem, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty sure it also applies to the backswing. So it goes from, like I said, roughly 2.3 to just about 1 second.
Are you certain? Because you're able to abyssal people then get Requiem off, and that's a 2-second stun.
Maybe the backswing doesn't. I don't know. I could have sworn I read that it had a backswing.
I think the backswing is included in that cast time now.
In the 1.6.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then a 0.8 cast time on Requiem is
cool.
Very funny. I hope to see it one of these days.
I think I was covering in Chinese qualifiers, and I saw an abyssal, like a blink abyssal, I think Arcane Blink eventually on Shadow Fiend, and it actually owned. So we're not seeing it here though. The hero's banned out. Just talking about funny concepts. Yeah, that's another hero that has the ridiculous Arcane Blink interaction. Sand King now banned out. Tidehunter was gotten rid of, which is a bit strange to me here. It does counter out the Ricky decently though, being able to get that Anchor Smash auto, reducing his damage pretty heavily. And they do have like Clockwork Axe, Ricky, all heroes that want to jump onto either the back of the front line, meaning you're going to get very good averages this game.
Yeah, the only thing they have to stop the Tidehunter would be the Phantom's Embrace, right? Because everything else he just Kraken Shells walks out of. But yeah, Phantom's Embrace, you can't really get out of that, so we'll see though. It is they do have last pick for their offlane here.
You know who's still in the pool is Mars. It's very weird.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Mars in either game.
We haven't.
All right, they take the Timber.
I mean, it's good against the Ricky. I'm not super big on it. Last game, I thought the Timbersaw would just pop off, and he ended up dying time and time again, just because his start was slowed down a tiny bit, and that made all the difference in the world.
They do have the OD
10
banned out from the
seconds
mid lane,
remaining.
something that they played last time. Now the question is, do they want to try and do this
5
again?
seconds.
Like they have to pick something that counters out the mid lane, but I don't know, or that counters out the Timbersaw from the mid lane, because I'm not sure what other option they have. Razor.
So it's not necessarily a hero that does amazing against.
It's
Timbersaw,
really
but
good
it's
against
alright.
Troll, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
It makes
I
Troll's
think-
game like borderline impossible. Once you have like a BKB on Razor, Troll can't play. So I like that pick. Razor is a hero that has gotten some slight buffs over the, recent last few patches. I don't know. I'm not sold on it, but I'm also not hating it.
Well, it is going to be old white here on the Timbersaw, though it will be in the off lane, and P1 on the Void Spirit going to the mid. It's hard for the Void Spirit to get away from the Razor.
The early on, Dissimulate's not enough. Because
Yeah.
you're going to still take like 2 seconds at least, or 3 seconds of that static link.
Well, as soon as he starts dissimulating, I mean, you can just stand in the center, then continue to walk him down, depending on what direction he goes in. It's going to be a bit difficult. I think the Razor is going to. The matchup mid is, I think, going to be relatively even. Void Spirit is a hero that's very good at grabbing CS. I mean, he's got the benefit of the Quelling Blade. The Resonant Pulse is great for securing CS because it comes out instantly. But you do have to worry about your damage being sapped the rest of the time, which is going to go in the favor of Razor.
I like it, man. I'm with Felt's draft once again. I think the Troll Warlords game is just going to be way too difficult to play. With the Razor last pick, it's kind of like an old counter that we used to see a lot when Troll was more popular in the past, but Razor has kind of just, I think, been forgotten about. He became pretty much a useless hero for a while.
Mhm.
Oh, that is
Well, he's back now. He's back in a big way. He's great against he's great against Troll Warlord. I'm happy. I know I can't lie to you. I'm not happy to see Razor. The hero's boring. I'm sorry. I think I'm not sure if you were watching Tsunami at all. He's putting together howdoiplay.com. The guy was going over, I think, like least looked at Dota buff, or sorry, not Dota buff, Dotapedia pages. And I think one of them was Razor, just because nobody cares about the hero.
Well, I mean, he has one ability that basically just gives move speed.
Yeah,
Like, that is all it does. It's like, yeah, you're a little faster now. Have fun.
Storm Surge is very cool.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. The flavor text on it doesn't even match the ability anymore.
Yeah.
Merely approaching the Lightning Revenant is rewarded with shock therapy.
Yeah, because they put that on his Storm Shard Aghanim Shard. So you have like a forked lightning that strikes targets and deals damage. Yeah.
You're coping again, man.
No, I'm saying like that's where I think that's where they moved it to. I'm not saying that it's correct. So.
Okay. Yeah, not big on Storm Surge. Hopefully they can workshop that ability a little bit. I mean, we have this one on Razor, which is just increasing movement speed. Then we've got like 3 paragraphs explaining what each OD ability does and how it works.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think Sleeping Dart is good yet? They did make it a little bit better. I think they reduced the cooldown by like 5 seconds in the last patch, but it still seems so bad.
Yeah, I think it's still a little bit underwhelming. I thought that we might see like Sleeping Dart, Meteor Hammer come out, but it doesn't combo up well enough. Ricky's back as a carry though, because the Aghanim Scepter hitting 2 targets at once. I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm not sure if you counted the Zoomers versus Evil Genius game. That was absolutely insane. That was some high-level Ricky gameplay.
Yeah, that was Sammy Boys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old Battle Fury and Ags. I mean, if you have the ability to farm the Battle Fury Ags it's ridiculous how much damage and how good that is as the game goes on.
Yeah.
Justice going to be able to pop the smoke there, knows that they are trying to make the same play as last time. They're not going to fall for it.
So they do learn. Justice is one of the players that I have lined up for a post-game interview if they win, by the way. Everybody gets to look forward to that.
Just 30 seconds now.
Both the looks like they're just playing very defensive here on Feld, you know, hugging these ramps, the high ground. Both Axe over here, figuring that they're going to try to wrap around either in this direction over here or up through this hill. So they're playing defensive here. They don't want to give up first blood like they did last time, as you just mentioned.
Yeah, and I think the Clockwork Axe lane is going to be really interesting. I don't know how strong this is going to be. Like, on paper, it seems like Troll and Ogre should make pretty quick work of it. Ooh, a nice 3-man Stroke of Fate there. But Ogre is not as strong as he used to be, is the thing. But they've basically nerfed Ogre's base damage like 4 patches in a row or something. He went from like almost 70 damage to 52. So he's not like this really annoying level 1 run at you hero like he used to be. Like, yes, he will still ignite you and click you, but he's going to do about half the amount of damage he used to.
Yeah. Melee heroes, especially. Range ones, he's still a little bit annoying to deal with because he's got lots of armor. He's got lots of base HP regen. But I think, yeah, Clockwork definitely wins like a 1v1 between the two. Battery Assault is terrifying.
Yeah.
And speaking of Clockwork, he's going to play with the creeps here, which I'm surprised that... okay, Storm is just throwing the Ignite onto Axe, and he's going to deal with him afterwards. But he's got no Ignite to work with the slow Thana down now, so... Look at this. This is the 200 IQ play here. You bring the creeps in, you use them to block the camp there. Beautiful. You pull it to the tower. You pull it past the tower over pack here. I mean, this is how it's done.
Well, I mean, Battery Assault and Battle Hunger is quite annoying, and Ogre is just taking all of that damage. Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised he didn't pull the creeps in between his tier 1 and 2 to cut off like any potential XP, but he got a lot of damage off onto the Ogre Magi that way. If you don't continue to harass him, though, he will just heal back up because he got 6.1 HP regen a second.
Yeah, that is true. That's quite a bit.
Let us touch on some of these other lanes, though. I mean, mid's going about how you'd expect. Razor, it's favoring him just a little bit right now thanks to that static link. I think once you have a couple more points in a Resonant Pulse, you can play with the creep wave a little bit easier, as well as trade, get some harass off.
I'm not really sure how the Ricky versus Timbersaw lane goes. I'd imagine it's pretty easy for the Timbersaw as you don't have like really any kill threat from the Ricky. He is just going to pick up a very early Ring of Health, which will transition into that Battle Fury, it seems, just so that he has regen to sustain the lane.
Yep. Didn't just find 2 couriers? The economic damage is insane.
That's actually, yeah, pretty wild. 120 gold a person.
Yeah. It's 600 gold going their way. Oh my god. Wait, it's not 120 gold a person. That's 60 gold a person.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was 60, not 30 in my brain. But still, 300 gold is quite a bit.
300 gold? Yeah. Wait, 600? That doesn't see it, right? How can they still have a net worth advantage?
It's fine.
Yeah. Well, Ricky almost has that Ring of Regen, though, boosted a little bit from getting those 2 couriers. And then it becomes a bit easier to deal with this Timbersaw here. As long as you're not having to constantly buy regen, you know, it's not so bad dealing with them. Though you do have a lot of kill potential and can play very aggressive. This Timbersaw is going a lot better than the one we saw in the last game.
Yeah, definitely. We saw, you know, Zor go down just before his level 3 in the last game, and there's not really anything that they could do to keep his game going. Ricky's just like, screw it. I'm going to beeline all the way to the other secret shop here just so I can get this Ring of Health and go back to lane.
Yeah. He will miss a couple of CS. Well, only 1 CS for that one. Not so bad. And taking a lot of damage here, and they did end up getting with the Nick Assassin, faking out that stun, forcing him to use tricks to trade. They didn't follow up afterwards and go for him, though. We did still have 2 charges of Blink Strike to fall back on if you wanted to disengage as well. This will start to go the way of Old White. Doesn't have either Soul Ring or Mana Boots yet, so eventually he will run out of mana, and after he loses all of that, he's not going to be able to harass the Riki out of lane quite as well.
Yeah, big win for P1 in the mid lane as he finds a regen rune at the bot river. Clockwork rotated from top, Nyx rotated from bottom. Obviously, the 4 positions rotating for the 4-minute runes is something that you will see in pretty much every game here in the DPC, and pays off big time there for the Void Spirit.
Yeah. It's rare that you actually see the mid laner manage to bottle the rune these days. Usually one support or the other will be forced to pick it up. Sometimes you win that 50-50 and get it, but I think I see the mid laner actually get the 4-minute rune like maybe 10-15% of competitive games I watch these days. They get the later ones, but the 4-minute rune supports are very disciplined about going to rotate and stopping the enemy mid laner from grabbing it.
I'll be honest, I'm very surprised with how well Zor's doing in the top lane. I did not expect this Axe to pretty much be keeping up with these other heroes. I mean, the top CS is all very even, just within a few. Razor having the best time, just as expected. He gets his level 6, has the 3 points in the plasma field, which is quite a big nuke.
It's a lot of harass. I mean, you're forced to play pretty far back here a lot of the time on P.
Nyx does barely miss the impale, and Justice almost finishes it off, but Spike Carapace keeps him alive.
Not heading back to base quite yet, it seems. Might wait to stack again. Well, places the ward, might stack a camp, the hard one, on his way out.
Yeah, I'm actually a little confused on where he's at right now. Maybe he's just waiting for the 6-minute rune, making sure that the Razor can't pressure. He's got Tranquils on Courier, that's why.
Come on, stack the camp.
Mid lane, they're looking for the Razor. A nice impale setup. He even pops the Eye of the Storm. Going to try and turn around, but it doesn't matter. They get first blood for P1. All right.
They do. The plasma field does end up paying off, though. We tried to activate that Spike Carapace on the way out. The first one managed to connect, but the plasma field on the way back in did end up connecting with the Nyx Assassin, bringing him down. Still, let's grab a first blood there and going the way of the mid laner. Puts him at level 6 now with this double damage rune. There's huge kill potential with this the moment he decides to leave the lane, but
yeah,
I imagine he'll try to clear out this catapult first.
Top lane Zor taking a lot of damage. Does manage to get a rotation in from the Nyx, trying to get some Whirling Deaths off, but not Whirling Deaths, sorry, counter helixes. Yeah, they're both in the game, it's fine.
Beyblade Dota is what it's called.
Yes.
The Spinny, the Juggernaut, the Troll, the Axe. Remember when they were all very popular and strong in the same patch?
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah.
Looking for the Nyx here. They do have that battle hunger. A nice rotation in from the Void Spirit, though, is going to cost them a lot as he gets himself a double kill. And like you said, that double damage rune paying dividends.
Yeah. Still's got one charge of the Astral Step that he's holding on to as well. And Storm will probably have to be careful here. They could bring him down. In fact, they might try to. Oh, that ultimate discourages them from doing so, though. Sitting at 1,000 HP, though. I think they realized, or I think Tave realized what they were up to there, and he just decided to pop that to be on the safe side and shove the lane in. We saw that DD rune.
Yeah, I think overall the Razor ultimate is incredibly underwhelming, and so he just is going to use it to farm. This is the sad thing. This is pretty much what Razor has become, is you use ult to farm because you can't do anything else.
Yeah, that might have been why he maxed out Plasma Field as well. I mean, he's a great counter to Lifestealer and Troll Warlord. Several heroes like that thanks to Static Link, but that's really all he is. They're not about to drop here.
Yeah, nice gank there. P1 finding him. They should know there's a ward there now, but yeah, he's pinging over on the high ground now, as he did drop a sentry in the mid lane, doesn't find it. Bottom lane, though, an Invis Tay rotating on down here does have that Static Link. They're going to look for Old White as they already take down the Nyx. I don't think they have the damage just by the Razor here alone.
No. Only 2 points in that Static Link. Once you've committed the Plasma Field already, you're just not going to be able to bring down Old White. He's got the stick charge to fall back on. Could Timber chained away the moment he's in any trouble anyways. So they're finding kills here, but Game definitely still on the side of Jiang Hu at the start, though we did see this last time. They kind of got outmaneuvered at very crucial times as the game went on by Felt.
Yeah, and we'll see. Troll Warlord really wants the Possessed Mask if it'll drop. That's like clearly, it's easily one of the best jungle items you can pick up on this hero. Ricky doesn't really care too much about lifesteal, but we'll see what options you have. Broom Handle would be nice. Bottom lane, Timbersaw can't get rid of the Phantom's Embrace, and Justice is just gonna TP out. Oh man.
Oh man, that was good. It's feels pretty bad if you're old white. There's nothing that you're able to do about that one.
You saw him like for a moment like stop to try and attack it, and then remembered that he can't attack because his chakra was out.
Theta picked up here by P1, now on a mega kill. He's having an excellent game, and he finds himself a stack as well. If it wasn't bad enough to begin with.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah. Pause is out. Again, just saying players pause the game here. And looks like the tips during the pause menu are broken. I'm curious if it's just inside the lobbies that this happens. I haven't actually paused any games recently in my pubs.
I haven't really played much Dota recently. I did win a Night Stalker game the other day. That was quite nice. Got a Divine Rapier. It was very cool.
I was playing some yesterday. I'm trying to bring my rank back up. You know, we go through those days where you play... you're a psychopath and you play 13 games in a single day. You lose the first 8 and you just say G next.
Yep.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very sane human being here.
The true heroes are the ones who wait all the way.
Broom Handle now found by the Razor. It looks like he's just going to wait around here for the 10-minute runes. Refill his bottle before either deciding to clear out this stacked camp or...
Zor is going to be very upset about this. I'm surprised he didn't try and stack that one more time and then go for the, you know, just the bounty rune and clear the stack.
Fast as lightning.
You can say he's feeling sore.
Maybe.
A swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Speaking of a swing and a miss, misses the Impale here on the Razor, and that means you're going to go down.
Yeah, he's hasted. You ain't running away from that, lad. All right, and with the catapult, this might be some serious tower damage. They are going to have to defend this.
Fortify comes up. Just got the Arcane Ring finish here on the Void Spirit. Got a little bit more mana, extra damage, armor to work with here. And Ogre is going to rotate in. Be careful here.
They're going to find him, and a Dissimulate level 4 does quite a bit of damage. Justice rotating on in, though, hitting him with that Silence. But Tay, he cannot get out. Great Impale there once coming in from that Nyx. They defend the tower, and they get a great kill.
Yeah. Did do a bit of damage with that catapult, but I think it was made even worse by the blood loss on the tower. That extra attack speed going a long way, and now Old White taking advantage of this reactive armor he's got, building up these stacks. They don't need no creep wave to damage this. Look at them standing their ground here. Oh, he has to cancel the TP.
Well, he got rooted in the top lane by the troll, actually.
That is incredibly unlucky. I mean, he's got the Berserker's Rage maxed out. It is a 20% ensnare chance, but...
Razor's in. Plasma Field out. Theta with a nice 2-man stun thanks to that Inkswell. A great Impale coming in from the Nyx. They're trying to take down Old White. He's a great kill. They get him, but almost lose 3 in the process. Razor going to continue the chase. Plasma Field doing so much work. The 4 points paying off, but it is quite a long cooldown.
That's what 390 damage it does at level 1, or sorry, at level 4 there. 185 for...
Oh, Tay. That's unfortunate. Picks up that regen with 1 tick of the Ignite still on him. Even had a bit of Defiance that he could have popped to absorb it, but...
Yeah, hate to see it. Well, he's sitting pretty high right now, regardless. That's the excuse that he can use. Didn't even need the regen rune. And they did force them back off the tower there, which is a nice play, but it looks like neither team will be able to shove down the enemy tier 1 in the mid lane, which again is such an important tower, and it looks like they're trying to set up onto this one again. 2 heroes sitting beside P1 here.
They're looking bottom as well. Ricky here with Thana. He does have hookshot and a sentry. They will be able to connect, but he doesn't get pulled into the tricks of the trade. Doesn't end up mattering as Ricky more than enough damage there as he is level 9.
He's having a decent game so far. He's not sitting quite as high on net worth as the Troll Warlord or the Void Spirit here, but he will start to pop off if he gets his Battle Fury and one more item. He just needs that initial farming speed. We talked about this a number of times because there's just such a... Ooh, top lane.
3-man call, but it is definitely going to cost him his life as there's a great rotation in from the Void Spirit. I mean, you bring all 3 cores, you take down the axe. I mean, it is definitely worth it, I suppose, but you're going to take a lot of tier 1 tower damage again in the mid lane.
Yeah, if that's the case, then it's not worth it. I mean, Storm is here. He's trying to get the creeps off the tower, but Razor is doing a lot of damage. You can't really commit onto them. There's just 2 heroes sitting beside him.
Radiant's top tower is in danger.
The tower down to
Well played from
358.
Storm there to make sure he doesn't lose the tower. At the end of the day, the game's pretty even, but it's kind of like a repeat of the first game of the series, which, you know, Jiang Hu did win the lanes and then somehow gets outplayed in the mid game. Top lane, Old White might be in some trouble. Justice does have that Phantom's Embrace. He can use it. He will throw it out now, which means he cannot remove it. Inkswell with a hasted Razor. A Ricky comes in as well. That tricks the trade damage more than enough, and this is just... Oh man, it feels so bad to play Timbersaw into Grimstroke.
Yeah. There's very little that the Timbersaw is able to do against that one. I mean, just continue to follow him. We throw out the... you just wait for him to throw his Timbersaw. You throw the dead wife out onto him. I believe that's what that one is. Yeah, Phantom's Embrace. I was trying not to say that, but I ended up just saying it. That's the lore behind it. I'm sorry. So
is it actually? That's the lore?
Yeah. Hold sorry for the downfall. Only Yovi, who's most dear to him, just feel a semblance of longing. It's his dead wife.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. So anyways, throw that onto him as soon as the chakra. There's just so little that he's able to do. I think in the last team fight in the mid lane, the Ogre Magi was trying to take it off him for him.
Well, Zora's managed to find Timbersaw. Yules, however, sets up onto the Razor. They don't get the reinitiation. It's a great hookshot. Catches the back line, but 3 heroes falling low on the side of Felthana, trying to get on out of here. Again, this Phantom's Embrace causing so much trouble for this Timbersaw. They will end up picking him off here. P1 grabs the kill.
Each moment of your life led without doubt.
Yeah. So I believe this will open up the tier 1 tower. We got the catapult with them as well. There's no way they're going to be able to defend it. So they've got the Blink Dagger on Axe.
Yeah, it's like they have
This
Blink
could
Call.
be big.
Oh, the Blink Call onto 3 with the Plasma Field's a huge smoke screen as well. They take down 2. Old White on the run. They get them all, baby. The catapult will finish the tower. It gets denied even by the Grimstroke, but what a costly push.
And they're going to lose their mid-tier 1 for this one. They do have Fortify up. It'll buy them a little bit of time here, but your heroes aren't up for another 10 seconds. This tier 1 is going down. Beautiful play there by Felt. Absolutely amazing. Zora, this is who you were talking about, right?
Oh yeah, man. He's an Axe player. He loves this hero.
All right, you're saying this is a guy, Collegiate Star League, up-and-coming player, you know? He's finally landed in the DPC, and he's making some big things happen.
Yeah. Big Zor fan. Great guy. Oh, hook shot. They managed to find the Ogre. Inkswell on top of it as well. They do pull him out, well, almost for a moment there, but... yeah, I mean, that combination is pretty darn strong. It is going to cost them their clockwork, though, as Neko even rotates down here, just throws a couple axes. He did go the Battle Fury build, as opposed to the Aghanim Scepter build.
I've seen this in, I think, almost every Troll Warlord game I've watched. They go Battle Fury, they go Sanjin Yasha after that for the status resistance, and then after that they get the BKB or whatever else it is they need. And I imagine that's what they're going to go for here. I'm not a big fan of this build against the Razor, though. I think that you need like a Maelstrom. I think you need an MKB in order to continue to do damage through getting static linked. I think he's going to fall off pretty hard and get kited around the team fights, which is usually the case in what you see in games that Troll Warlord loses.
Razor does have that Hood of Defiance going for a Yule Scepter himself, and I kind of like this, just tanking up on the Razor. I mean, the idea is the longer you survive in the team fights, the more damage you eventually do. Oh, Ricky just sidesteps that Nyx Assassin's Impale. I don't know if he would have had the damage anyway, but...
it would have been pretty close.
A Bullwhip.
Excellent find.
Oh, mid lane, a nice call onto 2. Void Spirit, he cannot get out of here thanks to the Soul Bind. They get the first kill. Yule set up, he's gonna fall right down into the cogs. And a second Culling Blade from the Axe as the silence once again on the Timber Saws. It's just gonna get refreshed. They can throw it back out. It's gonna be on the Nyx Assassin this time, and Ricky will pick up that kill taunt onto the Timber Saw. Another Phantom's Embrace. He can't go anywhere. The Grimstroke is just destroying and dissecting this dire team.
He is having an absolutely amazing game. You can't give this guy Grimstroke anymore. 2 games in a row. I thought he did an absolute amazing job in that last game. Very heads up Aghanim Scepter pickup, and this game, he's destroying Old White. He needs his team's help to get this bug off him, and there's nothing they're able to do. It was great setup there onto the Void Spirit as well, keeping him locked up. The moment he comes down as well, he ends up getting pushed back by the power cogs. They're giving these guys no quarter here.
Yeah. The funny thing is this is only level 1 Phantom's Embrace too, so it's going to go to, eventually level 4, and then you almost
Ricky.
always pick up the Phantom attacks to kill. Oh! Is he out? Yules?
There's no way that he's out
no
of this
way he's
one.
out, right? Huh?
What?
Wait a minute. Okay, they got him. I was worried for a moment there.
That Astral Step didn't connect with him.
Yeah, he missed.
It really didn't look like he missed.
It didn't look like he missed either. I was confused.
Dyer's bottom tower.
He was just trying to walk back and forth around that tree there. The dust was about 1 second or 2 seconds from expiring because he had bought enough time that he would have been able to get away. But
Binding Runes are here, but they're walking right into 2. A nice initiation from the Void Spirit, and Neko just pops his ult. He's just gonna chew through them. A triple kill for the Troll Warlord. Okay, they don't get the jump that they wanted. It ends up costing them so dearly as Troll's gonna continue the chase, make it an ultra.
managed to catch them all there right beside each other, just AoE them down. It's an ultra kill. All 5 heroes were dead for just a moment there, and that will open up Roshan because of it. Ricky, he's going to know what they're up to. He picks up the bounty rune here, but he's got to make a run for it afterwards. There's no way he's going to be able to contest this Roshan, so all of a sudden it looked like just strategic victory after strategic victory for Felt here.
They have no ult on the troll. He could go in on this. Like, he has to be wary of the sentry right outside the pit, but the rest of the Radiant lineup's going to be respawning fairly quickly, and without the troll hitting on this Roche, I don't think they get it.
Yeah, the issue with this one is that there is no town portal scroll on the clockwork, so he's got to walk all the way out here. They're slowed down a little bit from all the damage that Troll actually took from Roshan, having no lifesteal and whatnot. I'm not sure going into this one is going to be the play, though. I think they come out a little bit too slow. Maybe if they still had the tier 1 tower in the mid lane, you could teleport to it. They could buy enough time, but this could turn out to be a very bad and dangerous play here. All right, player reconnected to the game here. I mean, he's got an Imclaw. He does a lot of damage, but he needs to turn around and start hitting this Roche right away in order to take it fast enough. There is a possibility this could go very wrong for Jiang Hu, but I don't think Felt should go into it. It is not worth the risk here.
He's going to turn around, like you said. And he has the damage, it would seem. And Ricky, yeah, he's just going to be able to find the Nyx Assassin here. Not much he can do to finish off that kill.
Oh, he got the Roche kill with the flare!
Oh my gosh, he I didn't even notice. All right, some nice economic wins there for the side of Felt. They managed to pick off the Timbersaw, and Zora's going to continue the chase. Hookshot does connect onto the creeps, and then he whips his boy, tells him to get on in there.
The small victories. That is a lot of gold going the way of Clockwork, if nothing else. He's doing the robot. He's happy about himself. Everybody give it up for Thana.
Oh, yeah.
The odds of that happening were quite low. You miss every flare you don't shoot, though.
This is true. Dude, Bullwhip is such a good item. I can't get over how good this item is for tier 2.
I mean, I think it's just fun for the the RPG experience. You whip your teammates. You say, "Hey, get in there."
Oh yeah, but I mean, 3 HP and 3 mana regen is a lot as well.
I normally hoard it in my backpack. My teammates don't really care about it, and I swap it in whenever I need it. Don't tell anyone though.
Oh yeah.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, Neko just rips apart this tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I mean, this troll combined with the bloodlust from the ogre, fantastic combo. What's he got coming out on courier? It is a full BKB. All right, that is a great item.
I do like the fact that he picked this one up rather than the Sanj and Yasha that I see a lot of the time. Just has the Yasha for the extra farming speed. He sits pretty low when he's farming from having no lifesteal, no allies that can HP. Oh.
Mid lane, the call onto the Nyx, caught by the Phantom's Embrace as well. Hookshot off the mark, but now the rest of the Dire team starting to show up, and Clockwork, you are not getting out of here, and neither is the Axe. 2 quick kills, and Justice trying to just go for the TP out. He will make it.
Just when you thought Justice couldn't pull another rabbit out of his hat, he gets out of there. But that fight ended up going very poorly for them. That is, what, a 1,200 gold and 2,400 XP swing. On the way, Jiang Hu are already sitting pretty far ahead. Oh, no, Razor.
Yeah, they're going to catch him with that Impale. And they couldn't potentially turn around, but Tay not going to have the health to survive. Throws a Yule's out, trying to do his best, but Old White will finish him off with that Timber Chain. They do pick up the Ags on Ricky, so quite a bit of a damage boost, but I don't know if you can fight into this troll.
No, Axe is their bet. You know, he's got his blade mail, he's got his blank. Him comboed with the Ricky, jumping on him with the tricks of the trade. This can do a lot. But they do need the favorable initiation. They have Clockwork, which is great for scouting, but I think another item or two and Troll is going to become too big to deal with. I mean, this guy's sitting on 27 armor, 1,700 HP. Once he starts getting the stashes from the Sanj and Yasha, once he gets maybe a Satanic to lifesteal himself back up inside that Berserker's Call, things become more difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Old White moving towards his Lotus Orb as well. Pretty standard item for the Timber Saw. It doesn't remove Phantom's Embrace, so you still have that issue, but...
Wait, Yule's or Lotus Orb?
Lotus Orb.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't remove it. I don't... Wait, did they change it around to remove it?
No, I don't believe so.
Could have sworn they did. I know Yule's removes it now.
Yule's does. I don't believe Lotus Orb does.
I'm obviously not a Grimstroke player. For some reason, I still consider Grimstroke a new hero, even though it was released like 3-4 years ago.
All right, Nyx, he's managed to find the Grimstroke in the bottom lane, set up a nice, easy rotation. He ends up just soloing him all by himself.
Felt finally, or Justice finally taken care of. He's gotten out of too much. He's only, prior to that one, he only died once this game.
Oh my gosh, the call into the tricks of the trade, like you said. 2 heroes dead immediately. Troll Warlord loses his Aegis. Cogs are there, and the Inkswell, the call. Can they get this hero? They need to get him before he pops that ultimate, and he gets it off just in time. A nice Impale will catch Razor on the backside. Yules for the moment, but Neko is very strong, gets that root, gets the double kill. Double buybacks.
They're going to struggle to bring him down twice. I mean, they can burst him inside that initial Axe call, but once he's back up, you know, they don't have the favorable initiation anymore. He's able to pop that BKB. He used the ultimate right away on the Axe. He doesn't want to wait until he's sitting very low because the Culling Blade will end up killing him. You can't keep yourself alive with your ultimate that one. It will just like bring down anybody. Oracle ult, Shallow Grave, Troll ult included. Otherwise, awful ability, Culling Blade.
Yeah.
I think it is a bit underwhelming. I think it's, in my opinion, the worst ability in Axe's kit.
Yeah.
I think if the cooldown was lower and you could use it on creeps for a movement speed boost, then it'd be a bit better, but it's not great in my opinion. Still, expending that Aegis was not that big there. They were very close to bringing him down prior to the Aegis expiring. It just expired about 30 seconds ago, but that was the opportunity that had presented to them.
Smoke on the on the Radiant is they're going to go ahead and move their way out of their base. The Ricky is close enough now to kind of join the fray. They're going to move their way up into the Dire jungle. As speaking of which, the Dire, they smoke up themselves.
Positioning is
A
definitely
second smoke.
All right. Positioning is definitely favorable for Felt right now, but they're not holding the triangle. If they can hit this ramp before
they're into the
meet
triangle now. That smoke, it's gonna pop. They find the axe. He goes right in. They get the initiation. Axe, he will fall. Grimstroke will be second, and Clockwork the third. A fantastic find there for Jiang Hu. Look at that deep ward scouting that. What a beautiful one.
Yeah, beautiful play there by P1, jumping forward and disabling the Axe's blink right away by hitting with that Resonant Pulse. Silences him as well, thanks to that Aghanim Scepter, too. If he hadn't reacted so fast, that could have gone very badly for them. There was potential for a very big call there, but it was nighttime. They were all smoked up. He just didn't have the vision.
Radiant are scanning for
Now
enemies.
10k net worth lead.
Dire's top tower is
Jiang
under
Hu. He's looking pretty bad for them. They do have the tools to come back in this game. Ricky is still farming very well. He's sitting at 13k net worth. We saw what they can do with that Berserker's Call, followed by Trick the Trade onto the Axe. Question is if...
Is it going to be enough to deal with the troll? I mean, the Razor is your answer for the troll, and this is the whole thing. This is why Razor just doesn't get picked. He just doesn't seem like he does much. He has to get like a full duration static link onto this troll warlord in these fights, and then somehow not die. And until he has BKB, there's not much you can really do to prevent it from happening.
Yeah. He is definitely underwhelming, though. He doesn't have great farming abilities. His stack growth rate is pretty awful for current patch for what he has. 2.6 agility, 2.8 strength. I mean, you compare that to a lot of heroes, it is quite low. I mean, not as bad as Ricky, but still.
2.4, 1.4, 1.3. Very cool.
Yeah.
His strength gain's actually higher than I thought it was. They might have buffed that.
Yeah, they buffed it a number of times, but they completely killed his agility numerous times. Now, Roche respawn going to be a little bit longer, about 2 minutes and 30 seconds in total. I do think that favors Felt just a little bit here. Oh,
Ooh, Sentry
no.
dropped. He's going to find the Ricky initiation in from P1. Hook shot. He'll be able to stun them up for the time being. And Ricky, if he can get a Trick to the trade-off, he's going to be fine. But no, Neko just cleaves him down. Double kill for the Troll Warlord. Oh, man, this guy hurts.
Yeah, that one is pretty rough there. Ricky, Nomad style to get out of that one. As soon as he's netted, he's down. And it's a heads-up drop of that sentry. They realize, all right, this is around where Ricky wants to be. They rotate all the heroes down there.
Found Grimstroke as well. Nice grab there from that Nyx assassin, setting up that kill for this Void Spirit. And I mean, this is Jiang Hu all day, baby. They are just pick off after pick off, keeping these lanes pushed in as well. And now they're up 13,000.
Yep. Someone's gonna need to cut this wave, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to make it over there in time. Oh. They try to go through backdoor protection, do very little against it, thankfully. But the creeps do end up meeting in the mid lane. Ricky's still down for another 20 seconds. Grimstroke for another 18 here.
Yeah, have to fort there. You cannot allow that Troll Warlord to take your tower.
This is the one boon here for Felt that I was mentioning before. The Roshan respawn was pretty long. If they managed to grab that in that last team fight, I think the game would just be over for them. So they are going to be able to set up around the pit, potentially contest it. Their team is all right for taking fights around the Roche pit, but last time they lost every hero when they were forced to give it up, even though Clockwork ended up being the last hit on it. This time around, Troll is incredibly scary.
They 5-man smoke. They flare the Roche pit. They know there's not a Roche available, but they need to get something. And that is the problem right now. Tay does get that new BKB completed. It just, I don't know if they have the damage for this. Troll Warlord just finishes up an Abyssal Blade, which will give him the ability to, bounce out of a smoke cloud if he gets caught inside of one. But it feels like they just don't want to risk it. They back out, they go to jungle, try and push their lanes out as much as possible.
Roche now respawn. I think these teams realize it's getting very close to the max timer. They need to be setting up around the pit. Clockwork does scout out with the flare. And Now it's go time for both these teams. This is probably going to be a fight that's going to decide whether or not Felt are going to be able to continue in this game. They can't bring down the Troll Warlord twice. There's absolutely no way.
They do manage to finish a BKB on the axe as well. So some items coming out here for the side of Felt, but it might not be enough still, as this Troll Warlord is just enormous. About an 8,000 gold lead for above the next closest hero.
The Daedalus might be able to do it on Ricky. It does multiply your backstab damage as well, which ends up being absolutely massive, but he's still like
He's 1,000
700 gold off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 700, you're right.
Reduced the price of that Demon Edge a little while ago into 2,200. No. Both teams playing very tight, close to the Roche Pit. Don't want to give it up. The enemies here. If Ricky can get enough time to finish his Daedalus, it might go okay, but working towards a number of items as well on the other side here. Void Spirit, what's he got flying out to himself? Well, he's not that close to anything in particular, but he's got his BKB, Yules, Quickening Charm, Aghanim Scepter. He's looking huge.
Yeah, he's got everything he needs to fight.
Yeah. What's Troll Warlord? He's got just an ultimate orb queued up. Think he's going for a Scotty here?
You could go Scotty. You could also... I mean, there's no other item that's better than Scotty at this point, I think, from an ultimate orb. Like, you don't want Manta, you don't want Lincoln's. It's got to be Scotty, in my opinion. It's really good against the Razor in general as well.
Yeah. You got the Razor, got the Axe. It'd be harder for anyone to kite.
He is going to go
him
Lincoln's. Wow, okay. So the idea is he just can't... He needs to avoid being static linked. He knows that that's like the big counter to his hero. If he just gets static linked from the Razor and Razor pops BKB, he has no game.
Yeah.
All right. They smoke up here on the side of Felt. They're going to look for... Because they just saw him clear the wave top, but they don't know how many other heroes are here, as he will walk into Storm and Old White, but Old White's pretty safe, and they'll just have to accept that there's no way to engage onto this. I mean, they can try going onto the Roshan, but I don't know if it's going to happen fast enough. They get the Daedalus completed on Ricky. Like you said, it does amplify that backstab damage, but all 5 heroes from Jiang Hu are here, and they managed to find the Clockwork on the side. Zora ends up getting caught. The call doesn't connect, and Neko just chews through them. He managed to get that Battle Trance off in time. He's stunned, however. Can they get the kill? He does 100 seconds. He has no buyback either. On the backside, P1 trying to disengage. He has nothing left either. He has to BKB, but the damage from the Ricky.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh no.
Ricky damage absolutely massive. Does get the TP out on the Ogre matchup, but this is going to open up Roshan. As you said, no buyback on either of these heroes. This could be big, a turning point here for Felt, finally getting a little bit more control of the map. The data is, it looked like it was all they need to be able to bring down that Troll Warlord. So they've gone all damage here, and it ended up paying off. Look at that last team fight. 3,700 damage dealt by the Ricky.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. The Culling Blade didn't quite manage to connect with the Troll. I think they tried to get him inside his ultimate, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and the thing is he had to Battle Trance super early. He just jumped in and was very afraid because he saw the axe and just Battle Tranced immediately, and ended up backfiring pretty heavily, as Tay at that point just gets a full duration static link, and that's what we were talking about, right? Like, the Troll Warlord struggles very heavily if you're just getting static linked the whole time, as he does have that 5 static link additional damage drain.
I mean, they know exactly how they need to play out these team fights. The Ricky needs to hop into the axe, go mode pocket Ricky, backstab him. If they can get 2 people at once, even better. You know, they're cleaving a little bit extra damage on the Troll Warlord, and keep him Berserker's called for long enough for the static link to do its job.
Do it with flair.
Now, the map control, the net worth lead turning around. I mean, if you take a look at these graphs here, just a sudden swing win probability. I mean, Dota Plus had decided this game was all but over. Now we're back to a only 74 chance for the Dire. Ricky, he's no joke as the game gets later and later, as we've seen.
Ooh, Zor gets a call. The Nyx Assassin melted on the backside. It is going to be Neko as he takes down the Grimstroke. Does have Battle Trance still available. There's going to be your static link, and he has to just leave. He cannot deal with the Razor. They are going to be a little bit in trouble here as Ricky comes on over and just starts chewing through these heroes one by one, thanks to the calls from Zor. They will go ahead and get a 2-for-1. They get the buyback on the Grimstroke, so not a complete loss there for the side of Jiang Hu.
Still, XP and gold both going the way of Radiant here. Top tower goes down as well. Careful there, Ricky. Troll Warlord is still very scary. I know you're feeling a bit confident after these last couple of fights, but you don't want to jump on him by yourself.
He got his Battle Trance Strong Dispel as well at 25. He just picked up the Aghanim Shard, which gives everyone the plus 60 bonus attack speed.
Ricky is not yet level 25. Once he hits this one, he's got the minus 6-second cooldown on Tricks of the Trade. He's become a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah, that talent is very good.
Yeah, you've got 50% uptime on your Tricks of the Trade, and you've got 2 charges of Blink Strike, and you've got a smoke screen. Suddenly, you're mostly just attacking people when people can't touch you.
Yes. Exactly.
It is very cool. Probably going to be adjusted in 7.28c. Or the next patch after that one. But Ricky is just about hit his peak here. Looks like they're good to go again. 37 minutes have hit as well. Next tier of neutral items are up. Ricky can find himself... I know I keep going off about the Ricky, but he can find himself ninja gear or something. Extra movement speed. That extra agility goes a very long way on him.
Oh, well, there's a ninja gear going to drop, and this one on the Troll Warlord. He's going to be very happy about that.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to hold on to it. The extra movement speed from it, the extra agility, is still pretty good on Troll Warlord as well. Wouldn't go quite as far as it would on Ricky. Looks like they're wanting to push the high ground here, take advantage of this Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, you should, right? They're a little bit afraid to fight into the Ricky here, as he does have that second life, so committing onto him very heavily, you like would have to commit the Vendetta and probably a little bit of the Troll's cooldowns, but...
I'm gonna go farm up these neutral camp. Leveler, a pretty good find.
That one is pretty bad for Ricky, though. He hates this item. I can see it on Razor, maybe.
Razor, yeah. Give that to Razor. Get the attacks off even faster with that static link. They're not finding any neutral items here, though. What the hell? Is very unlucky.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In the minute and 15 seconds left with this Aegis. And Ricky, he has finished or just about finished farming up this Eye of Scotty. I think he'll probably wait until he hits level 25 now before he wants to take any fights.
Oh, hook shot. He manages to catch the Nyx Assassin. Does get force staffed on out, so he's going to be fine. That does have the gem, so... both teams with the gem currently, Nyx and Clockwork.
Up the Illusionist Cape. Who'd they hand that one out to? They give that to Axe. Does get the benefits
so
of the counter
good.
Helix. Yeah.
Yeah, you just like split push with an illusion because it just has counter helix. It's so good.
Looks like it's basically what he's going to do. You can just enter the jungle as well. Farm yourself up. Ricky's still struggling to hit his 25. I think they've got one neutral item they haven't picked up as well. You can find themselves in ninja gear. It would go a very long way.
Looks like they are just going to go
Bell
ahead and
Prism.
TP
That
now.
is a excellent item.
Oh, man. All stats plus the cooldown reduction. Yeah, you're very happy about that one. On the backside, they will go ahead and bring down the Grimstroke, and that is a dieback. So 90 seconds without the Grimstroke. That is very costly. Looks like they managed to find Axe, but he doesn't have a Remnant to stay on top of him. He can still BKB if he needs to. Sends out that illusion again to just start cutting the mid wave. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Oh, nice range bash. All right, there you go.
Does take care of it. Quarter of the way to this level 25 on
Blink
the Ricky.
stun out from the Nyx. Double Astral Step into a nice Remnant, but he just BKBs and disengages. Doesn't want to risk it.
Smart play there. Bide their time, wait for this Grimstroke to come back up. He is very important in these team fights, doing a great job against the Timbersaw. You know, stun locks the Troll Warlord down for even longer after that initial call. He's pretty crucial in these team fights, both in this game and last. Ricky just gets his level 25 as well. I think he took the tome. So he now has the -6 seconds tricks of the trade cooldown. So he's down to 4.9 seconds with a 3-second uptime on this.
Nice.
This is absolutely wild. You're going to have to lock this guy down right away or silence him right away. If you don't get the proper initiation off onto the Ricky, he's going to tear your entire team apart.
I mean, he has 3,200 health, and you have an Axe Call. But you know what we do have? Divine Rapier on the Troll Warlord.
I don't know about this one here, Ricky.
This one is spooky to me. I don't know how I feel about this one either, because it's not like they don't have the damage for him at this point, right?
Yeah, they can just tear through his ultimate as well, thanks to that Axe Culling Blade. I mean, he's got the Lincoln Sphere to work with, but Axe can take care of that very easily with his Battle Hunger. Both teams are going to smoke up, it seems.
Oh my god, and he gets an Arcane Rune on Ricky. Okay, 3.4 second cooldown, Tricks of the Trade.
Oh no!
6-second cooldown, Smoke Screen. Okay.
This
Blink Strike's restore time is like 4 or 5 seconds right now. This is bonkers.
Oh no!
Both teams smoked up once again, trying to find him. They will get the D ward on the high ground. So now they've given away their position, but they are holding the high ground. If there's anything I've learned from cinema, it's the high ground's usually where you want to be.
Rock it on.
It is. Oh man, and they don't want to engage them up on the high ground there, regardless of them knowing that they're up there, because as soon as those wards got planted,
they re-smoked again. Tay showing himself mid lane. Look at the damage onto the troll. He goes for the call. He is going to find a Tay. Gets to cheese the BKB, but he's just getting permanently stunned. If they can bring down the troll, it'll be huge, but he just chews through them one after another. The Ricky can't escape either. 2 heroes dead. The Ricky will blink strike away, but they have the gem to just stay on top. It's going to be 4 for nothing.
They bring them all down. They just couldn't do enough damage there. And Ricky, he took so much damage the moment he left his ultimate. This Troll Warlord ripping through them here. They've got buyback on the Axe and the Ricky. This is, you know, I got to say, this is really all they need to be able to take a beautiful team fight. But they have to have the proper initiation here. They could just end it if Axe botches running forward here. Ricky's hesitating. He doesn't want to buy back yet. He's going to have to, though. This Troll Warlord is going to destroy your entire base in seconds with the Divine Rapier.
Man, look at it. I mean, maybe they just concede 1 lane of barracks, but I mean, they're not going to stop is the thing. You can't afford to lose 2 lanes here. And they're going to get them. They could just go Megas.
They could go Megas. They could end the game here if they really want to. They're holding on to the fortifications still. If they go for these tier 4s. It looks like somebody's making the call to go ahead and wait.
There's going to be the fort. I mean, this Troll Warlord, man, he is too dang strong. They barely missed the initiation as Zord, you know, he blinked on top of him, tried to get the call, but it was an Abyssal Blade that actually gave him the space he needed, and now Neko, he's out. The hook shot not going to matter.
Ricky, he's playing very far forward right now. Has to be careful how much he goes in front of the rest of his team. They're sticking around here.
They smoke up again. Ricky, he's going to look for Old White here on the Timbersaw. Just gets that nice bash. There's going to be the Soulbind onto the Void Spirit, but it's not going to have a great duration. Axe gets a call on the backside, but it doesn't matter. In comes the Troll Warlord, baby. He pops that Battle Trip. Ricky dies back 120 seconds. They immediately call the GG as Neko just destroys the entire side of Felt here to finish off game number 2.
An incredibly strong lineup they had and great team fight on the side of Felt, but they needed to get that favorable initiation. They couldn't get it every single time. In the end there, the Ricky, he did end up getting hit. I think it was first or second hit by the Troll Warlord with that net, not allowing him to get the second Tricks of the Trade off. But Jiang Hu, it looked rough for them for a little while. It looked like Ricky might have been able to get back into the game. But again, it was all a matter of initiation for Felt. If they couldn't get the perfect one, then Troll was just too strong.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that last item, Divine Rapier, just doing so much work, and they, like you said, couldn't actually finish him off. If they got that kill in that first team fight, if they're able to get that initiation onto the troll, like maybe, this is a completely different ending to the game here. But yeah, Jiang Hu played this super well. Yeah, incredible performance from both teams, and honestly, this has been a fantastic series to start the day. We've got a whole game left. It's a best of 3, baby.
Yeah, and it could go either team's way. Things are looking incredibly even at this point. I got to say, some beautiful plays here by P1 on the Void Spirit. Troll Warlord, an excellent build that game. And Justice doing amazing on this Grimstroke. They got to ban it out first this time. You got to respect this guy. He's been doing too much work with this.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, the Grimstroke has done some serious work, but Jiang Hu, they played around it. They made it work, and we're going to a game 3. So that being said, we'll see y'all after just a short break. Don't go anywhere. The last game of this series will be coming up in just a little bit.